welcome to the show, and we have with us Aadit Palicha, who's the CEO of Zepto, joining us now. Aadit, so good to have you on our show. Now, first of all, how's the entire journey been of 36 months? Very hectic, many milestones reached, and your company is a big company.
I wouldn't say that. I think we're still very much an early stage company, and we still have a ton to do for customers. We're nowhere near where we want to be in terms of customer experience, even after 36 months of execution. But it's been wonderful, right? We've scaled, we've changed the platform multiple times to get closer and closer to what customers want.
Yes.
And in a nutshell, I think we're just getting started. And I think that's what the team has. That's why the team that's joined us is looking for. They're looking for that exponential growth from here. So I think we're just getting started.
Right, just getting started, but at a very young stage, you have managed to raise almost $1 billion in almost 1 year. So why this attraction, and what is it that investors are really so keen about?
Look, I think it's because we scaled to over $1 billion in top line or in GMV very fast.
Yes.
And we did that with a significant amount of operating leverage, good unit economics, and people could see the early indicators of that. So people were impressed by the unit economics. They could see the scale, and we were executing deeply on not just on operating excellence, but even on customer love. And so there's a long way to go there, but yeah, I mean that's the early signs, and we've got a huge opportunity ahead of us. So
how did you crack the unit economics? What's been your secret sauce?
Yeah, it's been this bias towards operating excellence and rigor. We are one of the only at-scale internet companies in the country with multiple deep supply chain specialists across the board, and so everything from throughput per square foot management in our backend, large-scale warehouses, to line haul utilization, to improving forecasting accuracy. All of that has just given us operating leverage, and so that's one. And then obviously there are parts on the category side and on the growth side and marketing side that have given us leverage. But in a nutshell, it's just been deep basis point by basis point execution over 3 years that's given us good results on unit economics. But yeah, again, nowhere near the finish line there. I mean, we have to work backwards from generating a significant amount of profit, and we have to do that in the next few years. So that's the goal.
Right, you look charged up for the next few years of the journey. And what is it that the investors have brought to the table, Aadit? I want to understand, are they also imparting the expertise that you require at a young age? And how is that innovation and expertise really helping the company?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've gotten a set of high quality investors on our board, folks like Suvir Sujan, who's a managing director of Nexus, or Anu Hariharan, who used to be the head of growth, or one of the leaders of growth investments at Y Combinator. They're exceptional. They've given us exposure to the best-in-class internet companies globally, whether it's in the US or in Asia or in Latin America. And that's learning from those benchmarks have pushed us to really execute as aggressively as we could. And at the same time, I think if you look at the day-to-day value that they've added, they've really given us clarity on what the capital market strategy should be. How should we raise capital? How we should deploy capital to get the most ROI of it beyond just day-to-day operating leverage. So it's been a mixture of that, but net they've been excellent partners and mentors to learn from.
Right, it has been a steep learning curve for 100%. You and the company right now, but also as much as you are really plugging the gap of that requirement that India had. But on the other hand, there are many other fierce competitors in the same space fighting for the same pie right now. So what do you think is going to keep you ahead in the race, and what is it that is working in favor of the company?
Look, I think what's working in favor of the, I mean, it's an execution intensive game. Like if we execute well, we'll build a large business. If we don't execute well, we won't build a large business. Competition is somewhat agnostic of that, right? Like if competition executes well, they'll build a large business. If they don't execute well, they won't build a large business. And so, I think the market is large enough for all of us who will succeed. And we just have to all focus on execution. And I think what's mattered to us is we move extremely fast, we execute aggressively and quickly, but we're also, deeply methodical and rigorous, right?
Yes.
So that mixture of rigor and insane execution speed that's helped us the most, I think.
Yeah, that's a winning combination. But Adit, my final question, how do you see this space growing in your vision and from your vantage point? How are the challenges shaping and how is the trend going to be in your space?
Yeah, I mean, the challenges are going to be, it's an infrastructure heavy business. You've got to set up, warehousing capacity across the country. You've got to hire manpower at scale. We've got tens of thousands of people that are earning livelihoods in Zepto or through Zepto's platform already as a 36-month-old company. And we think that that goes to, multiple times higher over the next couple of years, right? And so you've got people that you need to bring on board at scale. You've got, physical challenges on manpower capacity. You have to consistently build technology excellence on the supply chain, on the customer side. There are lots of challenges, but in a nutshell, I think most consequential challenge is scaling the team to be able to execute on all those verticals. So that's the way that I look at it. But I think if we nail it, then we're sitting on a very large outcome in India right now. So yeah.
All right. All the best for your future
Thank
journey,
you.
Adit. Thanks so
Appreciate
much for
it.
your time.